Hello, parents. Hello, caregivers. Hello, educators, teachers, providers, therapists. My name is Dr.T, and I'm a licensed psychologist. And I want to talk about one of the hardest things for parents of neurodivergent children, which is helping them understand the difference between someone who's being a friend and someone who's being unkind or even a bully. Many neurodivergent children are kind-hearted, they're loyal, they're eager to connect, and they want friendship so badly that sometimes they'll tolerate things that hurt them because they don't want to lose that connection. And today, I'm going to walk you through how to help your child identify true friendships, what questions to ask, and how to guide them toward relationships that align with shared goals, values, and safety. And also just note this video is also for teachers and educators who are trying to teach their students the same thing. Now let's get into why this is so hard to begin with. For neurodivergent children, especially autistic or children with ADHD, social cues can be confusing. They may not always pick up on tone, sarcasm, or hidden attentions. And sometimes they might think that teasing equals friendship, and they might confuse attention with affection. That's why it's important to teach not just who to avoid, but what to look for, because our goal isn't to make them suspicious of everyone, to be scanning the room constantly. It's just to help them recognize what does healthy connection feel like when I walk into this room and I see so many friends, or if I walk into a party, or I walk into this classroom. Let's define what friendship is. So I want to start with something simple. Friends are people who help you feel safe, seen, and supported. And you can say to your child, as an example, I like hanging out with my friend Lisa because she's so kind. I just love the way she volunteers and helps other people in need. So this is going to model for your child why you value someone, not just that you do out of nowhere, but you want to help them connect the behavior with values, kindness, helpfulness, empathy, and then even take it a step further. Encourage your child to notice why they like someone. What do you enjoy about spending time with this person? And what makes you feel happy when you're around them? Here's one of my favorite interventions and resources called friendship boxes. So you can say to your child, let's put our friends into boxes, and we're not going to judge them. We're just going to understand our relationships, right? So here are some things that you might ask to get to those deeper levels. Who makes you laugh? And who do you have fun with? Who can you share personal or vulnerable details with? Who makes you smile when playing games or hanging out? Who challenges you to be a better person? This is going to help your child or student see that not every friend plays the same role, and that is okay, because friends serve different roles in our lives. That goes for adults too. It also teaches boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your private feelings. And many children, especially neurodivergent ones, they struggle with this. They're confiding in peers who might not be emotionally safe or trustworthy simply because they laugh together and they feel good, right? So we're going to help them sort them into boxes. And that's going to make the difference between the fun friends, the trusted friends, the unsafe friends, and the friends that, like, we hang out, but we're not going to share our deepest, darkest secrets. How to identify red flags. So then we're also going to explore discomfort without shame. You can ask, are there times you feel uncomfortable around them? Do they sometimes make jokes that hurt your feelings? How do they treat you when you disagree or make a mistake? And how do they treat you in front of other children? So you're helping your child notice their body cues, specifically tension, anxiety, and confusion, as information. So if your child says, I don't know, that's okay. We're going to stay curious in that moment. Let's think of a time you didn't feel good when you're around that person and what was happening. We're teaching them emotional literacy and self-awareness in real time, and that's going to be really important for identifying true friendship. Now let's talk about modeling healthy connection, what we can do as adults. Children learn social awareness by watching us. So by you sharing your own experiences in age-appropriate ways, you're going to help them understand the deeper level of deeper meaning of friendship. And you might say, I remember having a friend who made me laugh a lot, but sometimes I didn't feel good after we hung out because I realized that we didn't share the same values, and that was okay. I realized she was just a friend that I could hang out with, but I couldn't really tell them how I felt. So you're also going to teach them that sometimes we outgrow our friends and sometimes relationships change, and that's okay. Then model curiosity. How do you and your friend get through disagreements? What happens when someone hurts your feelings, and do they try to make it right? These questions, you want to build reflection, not defensiveness, but also identify how do these friends repair harm after something bad's happened. Curious conversations are so important because when you notice a child struggling in a friendship, you're going to resist the urge to lecture. Instead of saying, that kid isn't your friend, try, I wonder what made you feel that way, or wonder what made them do that. What do you think? What do you like spending time? What do you like about when you spend time with them? What happens when things don't go well between you two? Keep the conversations open, keep them curious. Neurodivergent children respond much better to questions than commands because curiosity invites problem solving, and lectures sometimes trigger shame. Why would you be friends with that person? And when your child answers, they listen more than you speak. Their answers are actually going to surprise you because sometimes they might stay in tricky friendships, tricky relationships because they value routine, or because they don't want to lose any connections because they may not have a lot of friends to begin with. So let's talk about what you can do at family meetings and check-ins. Make this a regular part of your family life. Have weekly connection check-ins. Have weekly relationship check-ins. You can say, let's talk about all of our relationships this week. Who made us smile? Who made us feel supported? Who made you feel uncomfortable? Keep your conversations grounded in safety, love, and support because this builds a family culture where relationships are discussed openly and often without judgment or punishment. And over time, you're going to notice your child become more aware, more reflective, and more confident in choosing people who truly align with their values and goals. This is something that has to be taught. It's not going to be innate. It's not going to come natural. We have to work on it, right? And because we don't want perfect friendships, we want safe and meaningful ones. So remember, your goal isn't to choose friends for your child, it's to give them the tools, the language, and confidence to choose better ones for themselves. The goal is alignment. How do I align with someone who has the same goals as me, the same shared kindness, shared respect? That's how they'll know the difference between someone who's laughing with them and someone who's laughing at them. My name is Dr.T. I'm a licensed psychologist. I love giving resources on how to help neurodivergent children and teens. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow my social media pages for simple and quick tips. I'm here to help. Thank you so much for tuning in.